This is The Witcher 3 running on a 3.5 gigahertz Intel Core i7 7800X with 32 gigs of RAM and an 8 gig NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 video card. So at the moment, we are running, let's see here, 1440p. Why is that even a thing? All right. And then I do currently have it set on the ultra setting. Yeah, let's drop it down to high. It seems stable at the ultra, but we're gonna go for a little bit extra frame rate at that high setting. I need to actually play a little ways into this game. I always end up coming here, trying to watch the frame rate while I'm going at these guys. I mean, we're staying in the mid to upper 50s, which is honestly really fine for a game like this. So you're getting a high setting experience. At 1440p. So this is the point at which I consider it like a true 1440p experience. Like you're not having to compromise your settings really bad, or your visuals, or your frame rate, or anything else. Why am I stuck at 60 though? I thought I disabled. I must have left. Yeah, I left VSync on. It doesn't look as good without VSync, but on these, when I'm demoing, I like to keep them. Okay, so we're actually hitting right around 60s. This looks really good. And keep in mind, this is going to be a $500 gaming desktop. Maybe a little more. I do my builds a little nicer than a lot of other sellers, so sometimes I'll go for a little bit higher of a price on them. But it's going to be somewhere in the low. It's going to be somewhere between $500 and $550. I can't believe, because I've already got a nicer 650 machine, so I can't believe I would post this for more than say $550. And also worth mentioning, we are running off of a hard drive. So if you see those little frame rate hitches, most of these games, when I preload them on the systems, on systems that I'm selling, I do load them on just a cheap giveaway hard drive that I have. I have an unlimited supply from one of my sources of fairly decent performing, but they're newer, like 2015 to 2018 generation 500 gig drives. They're good drives. They're like Seagate Barracuda Compute or something, but they're not worth anything, right? Because they're 500 gig drive. So I have an unlimited supply, so I put one or two of them. This one has two. I put a couple of them in each system that I sell. What is it complaining about? Oh, it doesn't like me going here. Yeah, I put a couple of these in each system I sell to load stuff that I want to load on. I typically, so this game, or I'm sorry, this computer has a 1 terabyte SSD in it as well, but I typically leave the SSD alone and let the buyers fill that with whatever they want. And this isn't bad though. Most of these games aren't really showing the type of jerkiness and glitching and stuff that people think that they're going to get when they run modern games off of a hard drive. People think you can't do this. They think, oh, you can't do that. You can't run games off of a hard drive. They'll run like dog crap. And that's just not true. Reasonably high performance modern drives. So assuming the drive isn't... The problem is most people, when they think of hard drives, they're remembering their hard drive out of their Windows Vista machine from like 2007, and it's not the same experience. It's a different The drives are higher performance. The machines are higher performance. It's just not the same. Do I have... I think this one did. Do we have a field of view scaler? I like a wide field of view, and I feel like the field of view here isn't very wide. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a... There's no field of view option. That sucks. This would be a good game with a wide field of view. It'd look nice. They won't... Oh, what's going on here? You can always tell when it's actually rendered based on the frame rate. If it's like a 30 or 60 frame rate, then you know it's pre-rendered, but... Yeah, I mean, this is pretty solid. I'm not unhappy with this. I'm not. Okay, stop giving me the tips. I get it.
A griffin this close to the village. Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountain.
Yeah, 1440p high settings.
Main road.
Maybe it's the war.
Solid 50 to 60 FPS, generally speaking. Maybe a little higher. Maybe a little lower, like right there. He spiked a little down. But generally 50 to 60 FPS, 1440p experience on a budget gaming rig. I mean, I'm on Witcher 3, I'm not unimpressed. Okay, come on. Keep going. Okay, so I think we've seen enough to have a pretty good idea of what kind of game experience we're going to have on The Witcher 3. So thanks for watching the video.